Baker 17, 1025.
Baker 17, go ahead.
It's going to be Kingston Pike at Furlough, Silver Honda, Baker Frank, Charlie, 9715. If you could start me another unit, please.
Copy.
13. Baker 11.
Whoa.
Baker 11.
Show me tonight. She's got a. I sent her a call complaint back, but I didn't get an answer.
No more.
Baker 17.
Baker 17.
We've stopped in the middle of the road on Newport Drive. It's one white female occupant. She's 49.
10-4. 13.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Officer Epps, Sheriff's Office. Go ahead and step out of the car for me and come back here to the in between these two vehicles for me, okay?
Okay.
Now just put your hands right here for me. Right here, right here. Put your
Right
hands right
here?
there. Yes, ma'am. You got anything on your person?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. So the reason I've stopped you tonight is I just watched you stop at a green light and then wait till it turned red and then go when it was red.
Oh.
You also
okay.
came to a stop in the intersection instead of at the actual light, and I was sitting directly beside you. Then I got behind you. I watched you nearly strike the curb twice. Then I just watched you turn into the oncoming lane as we made this turn. My question is to you, have you been drinking or using any illicit drugs this evening?
That's not what I've been up to tonight. I'm looking for a Steak and Shake, which is supposed to be somewhere around here. I work a full-time job. I was tired. I took a nap after work, and I really needed some ice cream to try to get some more energy so that I can do more of my work on my online laptop for my job for Team Health.
Okay, what do you do for Team Health?
I basically work in provider enrollment.
Provider enrollment.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what's your name?
Caitlin Dwight.
Caitlin Dwight. Okay, how long have you worked at Team Health?
About 6 months.
Okay, when you're there, are you sitting at a desk? Are you walking around an office?
I'm sitting at a desk.
Okay, do you have any kind of disabilities, mental disorders, head injuries, anything like that?
No.
Everything
issues.
works?
Yeah, everything works. I
Okay.
guess maybe I was just tired from working, and
What time did you get off work?
I got off work, believe it or not. I didn't get off work that late. It was like 8, but I had to make a bunch of phone calls to my family and pay a lot of bills. And right as it came time for bedtime, I realized I'm starving. I'm not going to be able to sleep. So I called a bunch of different restaurants. None of them were open. Steak and Shake is open 24/7. So
Where do you live at?
I live in Metropolitan Apartments at Cedar Bluff.
Okay, where are we at right now?
Where are we at right now?
Don't look around. Where are we at?
Off Kingston Pike, I would assume.
You would assume?
Yeah. I was following my GPS.
Okay. Alright, so have you ever been in any kind of trouble before? For anything?
have I been in any kind of trouble for anything? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. In the past, when I wasn't employed, I did have a problem with some DUIs.
With some DUIs? Okay.
Yeah, but that has been like completely solved. Those are gone. I'm following all of the
Is your license suspended?
No. I'm following all the instructions with my probation officer. I really just want to get something to eat so that I can...
So you're on probation right now?
Yes.
How many DUIs have you had before?
I'm going to be honest with you because I don't want you to
I'm
think.
about to find out either way.
Yeah, it's 3.
You've had 3 DUIs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue my little series of questions here. Okay. Have you had anything to eat today?
Not that much to eat. I'm kind of shaky.
When's the last time you ate?
This morning I did a bagel this morning, and then I did my work.
What time was that?
Probably around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock this morning?
Yes.
Okay. So 9 o'clock this morning you had a bagel?
Yes.
Okay. Do you take any medications?
No.
No medications at all? No daily medications?
No.
All right. So no medications. You had food at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
No disabilities.
No.
Nothing. Everything bends and moves how it's supposed to.
Yes.
No brain injuries.
I got off work today at, 5:30.
Okay.
5:30.
All right. So where were you between 5:30 and 8? Because you told me you got home around 8.
Yeah, so I had been working around doing stuff at my apartment. I had been walking my dog, trying to chill, and then I started realizing as like bedtime came forward that I was not going to be able to sleep if I didn't get some food in my body.
Okay. And here's my last question, all right? Have you had anything to drink tonight?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Okay. My next question is, do you consent to field sobriety test?
I do. I mean, I'm assuming because if I don't, you're going to take me to jail.
I can't tell you what I am or am not going to do. I can just ask you, do you consent to performing standardized field sobriety tests to determine your level of intoxication or lack thereof?
Right, and I'm perfectly comfortable doing that because I'm not like messed up right now. The only thing that concerns me is I do kind of study criminal justice. Okay. I'm very an intellectual person.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that you're not going to like try to trick me into saying that I failed the...
No, ma'am. Our entire interaction is recorded on my body camera footage and also my partner's as well. Okay. So there's no tricks, nothing up my sleeves. However, I do have to ask you if you consent to field sobriety test.
Okay.
So you either do or you don't.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll just have to move forward with what you do.
Okay, so basically, I think what you're telling me is if I pass these tests, you will see that I'm not intoxicated driving.
That's correct. That is the reason for the testing. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Are you willing to perform field sobriety test?
I am.
Okay.
I do have one kind of like request. Is I'd like to do it on a flat surface.
Yeah, we're not going to do it right here, and I'm also going to offer you, if you would like to do it in those shoes, you can. If you want to take them off, you can, but we're going to be moving over there to that flat ground.
Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to.
All right, while we're doing that, I don't want you to reach in this car.
No problem.
I'm going to reach in the car and just grab your license. I'm not searching it, but I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to make sure that I have your license, okay?
Okay. My Georgia license.
Just stay right there for that.
You'll want to grab my Georgia license.
Georgia license?
Yeah, my Tennessee ID is just a Tennessee ID.
Okay. Where's your Tennessee ID? Don't. Where's it at? Ma'am, stop. Do not get in the car.
Okay.
Where is the license?
Probably somewhere around the same place that you found my Georgia one.
You hold that, Haley.
But I don't have a license.
Come over here. We have cars coming. That's what you said. My partner, he's the one that observes you driving. Will you run her and get her history? She's got 3 DUIs. Yeah. Just see if she's got an actual license or not, because I can't find it. All right, ma'am, we're going to go right over here and do these tests, okay? Come on.
Okay.
Right there, where that vehicle is.
Where he's at?
Yep.
Can I try to take these shoes off?
Absolutely. If you'd like to do the test barefoot, you can. If you'd like to do them in flip-flops, you can.
Can I take my shoes off and
Sure.
walk and see how that feels?
Well, sure. Just put your shoes over here off to the side.
Okay. Okay, so what are the tests?
Alrighty. So I've already asked you all the questions about your food, medications, all that. We've already talked about all that, okay? So the first test I want you to do is I want you to stand with your hands by your side and your feet together, please. Feet together. Okay, short. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger in front of your face, alright? And what I want you to do is I want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, not moving your head, okay?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
I should tell you, my right eye is a lazy eye.
All right, that's one of the questions that's the exact kind of stuff when I was asking you if you had anything with your head or anything like that. That's what I mean. So what's going on with your eye?
My right eye is lazy, and
Okay.
so it doesn't track as well as my left eye.
Okay. All right. I'll take that in consideration.
Okay.
All right. Keep your hands by your side. Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right, take you a second and blink your eyes. All right, same thing. Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. All right.
Okay.
Just for your eyes, okay?
Sorry.
Don't make it. Just keep following.
Sorry.
Keep following my finger,
Yeah.
okay? All right, one more time. You rest your eyes.
Okay.
All right, ready? All right. So for this next one, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a straight line in front of you, okay? Can you do that? Can you
Okay.
imagine a straight line in front of you?
I think so.
All right, what I want you to do is I want you to take, with your hands by your side, I want you to put your left foot, I want you to put it on that line, heel to toe, just like I'm just demonstrating for you now, okay? Do you see how I'm demonstrating? Are you able to see my heel and toe?
Yes.
All right, so my front foot heel is touching the toes of my rear foot. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, I want you to get in that position for me on that imaginary straight line.
Can I put my shoes on for this?
Do you want to put on your flip-flops for this?
Yeah, I think it would help.
Okay, sure. They're right behind you.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna say it again. I want you to imaginary straight line in front of you. Okay, I want you to visualize that. I want you to put your left foot on that line, and I want you to put your heel of your left foot on the toes of your right foot. Heel to toe, exactly how I'm demonstrated with your hands by your side. Okay.
Yep.
I want you to get in that position. I want you to stay in that position while I'm explaining the test for you. Go ahead and assume that position now, please. Okay, stay just like that while I'm explaining the test. All right.
Yep.
All right, so what I want you to do is imagine that straight line. I want you to take 9 heel-to-toe steps going on that line best you can, and taking 9 heel-to-toe steps. And I want you to count out loud, okay?
Okay.
So what that's going to look like is you're going to go 1, 2, 3, simulating this is your 9th step, okay? I want you to take a series of small steps to return back on that line, heel to toe, and take 9 more steps, counting out loud, all the way back. 1, 2, 3, simulating this is my 9th step. That would be complete. Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand?
I do.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Alrighty, you can begin.
Okay. I'm just trying to get in the right balance. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Don't fall.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay? Alright, so for this next test, what I want you to do is I want you to go hands by your side, okay, just like the test before. Alright, and I want you to stick your foot out. Either foot, doesn't matter to me which, just whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Okay.
There's a curb behind you, don't fall down.
Okay.
Alright? Hands by your side, whichever foot you're more comfortable with. I want you to pick up that foot, point your toe, look at your toes, and I want you to hold it up about 6 inches off the ground. I want you to count out loud until I tell you to stop, okay? If you put your foot down, that's fine. Just pick it back up and keep going, continuing the test as I explained it, okay? So, hands by side, foot off the ground, look at the tip of your toe, count out loud, and I'll tell you when to stop, all right? If you put it down, just pick it right back up, all right?
Okay.
All righty. 1 second. You got it? All right. Begin.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a long time. How many am I supposed to try to get it to?
Just do the test as I instructed, okay?
Okay.
All right, stop. All right, ma'am, go ahead and turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
JT, you want me to get,
You are under arrest for DUI and driving on revoked license for DUI, okay? I've got a couple more questions for you when I get you to the back of my vehicle.
Since you're such a sweetheart, and I love your face as much as I do, you should take the pictures and
Sure.
upload them.
Please.
Got anything on you that's gonna stick me, poke me, hurt me? Knives, webs, guns, weapons, nothing?
No.
Okay, no surprises, right?
No.
Any medical conditions I need to worry about?
No.
Okay. Nothing in your bra?
No.
Sounds good. Underwear bra?
No.
Sports bra?
No.
Pad is 1-2-2-1. 1-2-2-1.
Sorry, can you spread your legs for me a little bit, please?
This will be Sutherland, and the wagon is
Do you have pockets on that?
en route to
Pardon?
intake.
You have pockets?
To where?
I don't think so.
Okay. And I just felt a little theme, I didn't know.
Towards intake.
Okay.
He's transporting a female.
Okay.
I'll start for him.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at this, teamwork. All right.
I saw
so,
females, so I figured I'd stop.
Thank you. You're under arrest for DUI, okay? Let's go over here. I've got to read you something, all right? And it's the next step in the process. It's going to be the implied consent form. Are you familiar with that? I know you've had 3 DUIs before.
I'm not completely sure.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I explain it to you
I
well.
would like to ask you whether there'd be any chance of me to get a number out of my phone so I could get
Your
myself-
phone's going with you. We'll get you squared away.
Okay.
This way?
Come around.
This way right here. To my left. There you go. All right. It's probably easier if you, yep, there you go. Slide your leg in. It's kind of a hype up there. Is it good?
All right, I'm going to shut this door, but I'm going to roll down the window, okay? Give me a second. Dude, that was the most DUI driving I have ever seen in my life. Stopped in the intersection at a green light right beside me. I just stopped because I saw what she was about to do. I was like, what are you doing?
And I heard you say that she stopped in the middle of the road, right?
Stopped, yeah.
That's not good.
Stopped. We sat through the entire green light. There's people sitting across the intersection just looking at me. Sat through the entire the green light. It turns red. Then she goes, so I follow her. She almost hits the curb twice. I light her up. She drives down the oncoming lane right here, gets it back into the right lane, stops right here. I said, have you ever been in trouble before? She said, well, I'm going to be honest with you, I've had 3 DUIs. And I was like, oh. Ooh.
Oh, you're doing the pulling?
Did you hear what I was telling her?
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Good night.
When we came back revoked for DUI and
How many did she have? She said she had 3. 2? Okay, so I must have expunged 1.
2019, 2020.
Wait, this is big 3. But it's 4, so she's had 1 gone. Was one of your DUIs in Georgia?
Yes.
One of her DUIs is in Georgia. Does that count? Hey, big boss. Newport. Hey, Dale. I've had 2 DUIs in one state.
Some money.
Nice.
Going with her, and then I don't know where she was going. She was 6 minutes to home though.
3rd in Georgia. That's still going to count as her 4th one, correct?
It should, yeah.
Do I have to pull...
Ooh, well, that'd be a felony, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do I have to pull her history before I charge with 4th DUI? Because we just have it on our history here as 2. And she told me her 3rd one.
well, 2 already makes it a felony, right?
No, 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Convictions?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Look at this. I said, it smells like Yankee Candle in here.
In order to get that 4th DUI, I would imagine, yes, you're going to have to show the magistrate this is the history. Because if we don't have the history of the other 2, or the other 1,
Will Leeds be able to pull it up? Because when I had them on Leeds and asked for
I'd
the
have to
DUI
request.
history, they said
I'd have to request it.
That's hilarious. Like molded to that
I'm just going
floorboard.
to put in DUI
Yeah,
for defense. She stated that she had a third DUI in the state of Georgia.
You
I'm
can
not
put
going
it
to
in
go
there.
through all that and wait for that hit because it took Saul like 5 days to get his back.
And also,
And I'm not gonna do that.
Separated.
also they can also
Right?
always
I
do it in
mean-
court.
Exactly.
Just notate it in your report.
Right.
And
Yeah, the DA can just pull her driving record then.
Where is that Georgia license, bro?
It's right here.
You still need it?
I was just writing down her name.
Okay.
Her address isn't on there, so.
Do you have a badge or no?
I do.
Well, I do too.
She just told me her address. She lives in the Metropolitan. Sit tight. Be right back with you.
I know I asked you this, and maybe you can explain the process. But will I have an
They'll get you squared away, okay? You don't need to worry about that right now, okay? That's not something you need
Does
to
she
worry
want the
about.
number out of her phone, or what does she want to do with it? Want me to do this?
What do you want us to get a number out of your phone really quick?
Oops, sorry.
Okay, well, talk her through how to get to it, and she'll write it down on a little piece of paper.
Hold on 1 second. Here, let me give the bills to you before it goes.
Okay.
Put them in the bag, and then I'll add the phone to it when we're done. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me get my glove. Navigating in this phone.
wonder how that happened.
What?
What's that?
Ripped off her grill?
I wonder where that's from. Okay.
That?
I don't know yet. I'm just getting it filled out because I'm going to end up charging her with this if she doesn't.
How recently were the DUIs?
2019, 2020, right? 18 and 19. Did you hear what I was explaining to Kelly and Haley? This was the worst, most clear DUI I've ever seen on the road.
Really?
Yes. I was like, okay, she is either for sure having some kind of medical emergency or she's DUI.
And all I heard was, that, like, I guess as soon as you stopped her, she said she had 3 DUIs already.
I talked to her about it. I pulled her out of the car immediately. I didn't even try to talk to her in the car because I thought she might pull off. I was sitting at the red light and actually I stopped because I saw her stopping. No, I don't want her making any phone calls. No, just write it down. If you don't mind, will you just write down the number?
Thank you, Betty.
It's a revoke.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
DUI for 21.
She was sitting at a green light in the intersection. She stopped in the intersection, sat through the entire green light, and I just sat there beside her, picked up my body camera, I pointed it at her, and she was going. The light turns red. She then goes right through it, and the 2 people sitting at the intersection saw the whole thing happening. So they're sitting there looking. They knew to stay stopped. She drives through the red light. I go ahead and get behind her. I light her up back there. She almost hits the curb twice, like gets up in on the curb. She might even hit it, I don't know. And then pulls around into the oncoming lane, pulls right here, comes to stop right here. And I was like, I'm working a DUI tonight. And when she told me how many times she got, I was like, she is definitely not getting a ride. This woman is a menace. Yes, for her sake. Thank you so much.
Nothing else is going on this property yet?
No.
Okay,
Well, yeah, besides her ID, yes.
Alright, it's right here. I'm gonna do
Thank you guys so much. I don't know. I mean, they just popped the trunk. It's 53. I don't know. I want to ask her. We've had. She wouldn't. She's too drunk to have gotten out of her car and put it in the back. That wouldn't have happened. How old are you if you're born in 91? 31?
Well, it depends on.
January 91.
So yes,
Yeah,
31.
31.
31.
What else you need?
Will you holler and ask her what her address is?
Yeah, we're down here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. 780 North Cedar Bluff. Apartment 509.
I like it better. It's a lot more fun.
How many people ran when you got up there to that?
Dude, I didn't get to see it, but apparently that's a huge problem. Walker Spring Department's going to get sued. You mark my words.
So, how did the fire start? Do you know?
That's the third time those have lit on fire and through.
I mean, it is a shit. And they allow grills,
Oh,
which, like, no apartments do.
no, for that reason.
You can actually have a charcoal grill.
Yeah, I lived in an apartment. I had one of those George Foreman's because we had them grills. I'm like, oh, it's the closest thing I got to it.
We had a propane, we were on the bottom floor. And we
They had,
propane.
I take it back. They had metal thick structures that were shared. But I didn't realize how bad it was in the neighborhood I was living in until I was grilling some steaks. I lived on the first floor, went in, to go grab some stuff, went out and the steak was gone. They stole my steaks off the grill. Oh, like, come on. I was like, wow, okay. Oh, we were building our house. It's like, oh yeah, I live there, blah, 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 rent's cheap. And it was like $700 a month for a 2-bedroom, back in 98. And that was not bad.
Actually, I'm just thinking about this. She has to give blood. I guess I don't necessarily have
No,
to
I don't
do
think that's
it.
a mandatory. That's for seizing the car.
I don't. Do I have to take her blood?
Because mandatory is children under
Somebody's injured.
accident.
I think it actually says. Reasons for mandatory test: involvement in the crash of the injury other than the driver, involvement in the crash with the death of someone other than the driver, crime or conviction for DUI, vehicular assault, vehicular homicide. Yeah, it's mandatory.
Prior conviction of vehicular assault.
No, I think
No,
it's
it says
just
DUI,
DUI,
vehicular assault, vehicular homicide. The officer should attempt to obtain a search warrant. Good Lord, let's pray to God she consents. Or a child under the age of 18 in the vehicle. Okay.
That's something I want to chat with you about later, off topic, off camera.
You know I'm leaving, right?
I just told him.
So there's not much I can do for...
No, it's not that. It's a different issue.
Listen what he said. He asked me if I'd seen up in a roll call, and I was like, no, not really.
Says we're losing.
So and so gave a speech, and then
Who are we getting there, place?
And I was like, oh my God, you know Dale? He's like,
I'll tell you what the rumor is.
and I said, I'm sorry, I just
Hey,
can't
man.
right now.
Going back to your old stomping ground on Echo Shift. Have you stay stagnant anywhere? Okay.
That's what he said. He switches every 2 years.
Well, he was my FTL on David shift, I think.
Okay. I've got to read you something verbatim, okay? Afterwards, you can ask me any questions you may have. Alrighty.
Stayed on Echo Shift. Got
Are you willing to consent to provide a blood sample for chemical testing? If you refuse to supply a sample for blood and or breath testing, no test will be conducted unless required by law or authorized by a search warrant or exigent circumstances. If you do not consent, the law permits me to apply for a search warrant for blood and or breath. It will be blood because we don't have breath samples for chemical testing. If you refuse to provide a sample for testing and the court finds you refuse, TCA 5510-407 requires that your license will be suspended for at least 1 year and up to 5 years depending on your driving history. If you refuse to provide a sample, you may be ordered to install and keep an ignition interlock device on your vehicle for 1 year or more. After being informed that there is probable cause that you have committed the violation of Tennessee law, which permits me to request for a sample for your blood testing, after having been advised of possible consequences regarding your privilege to legally operate a motor vehicle, should you refuse to provide the sample, you consent or refuse to provide a blood sample?
I refuse unless there's some kind of a, you guys get something that...
You refused? Huh?
I refuse unless you come back and tell me that you have got something that will force me to.
Okay, well, you are in a particular situation. You actually cannot refuse, but I will throw you a bone by telling you you absolutely qualify as somebody that one way or another you will be providing a blood sample because you're convicted of several DUIs in your past. So one way or another, I am getting blood. It's either you refuse or consent to do it.
Okay, I guess I consent if you're telling me that I don't have any option to challenge.
I want you to read right here. Here's the law. Implied consent. Reasons for a mandatory test. We're looking at right here. Involvement in a crash with an injury to someone other than the driver. Involvement in a crash with a death to someone other than the driver. Prior conviction of DUI, vehicular assault, or vehicular homicide. A child under the age is inside the vehicle. Those are the 4 reasons. Do you think that you match any of those 4 reasons to obtain a blood search warrant?
I guess my only other question is if I said no to this and you came back to this and you decided you are gonna take my blood, would it be in a very, would you strap me down, and would it be like a very traumatizing situation?
Ma'am, I'm not going through all this. If you decide to fight me when I take your blood, then yes, I will hold you down and take your blood.
I don't want to fight you.
Okay, well then don't. Okay? So, no, it would not be traumatizing unless you made it that way. All right? But you keep refusing, and I don't want anything to be twisted in court saying that I have tried to twist your decision to refuse. So I'm going to mark refuse. I'm going to have to write up a search warrant. We're going to go get your blood drawn, and that will be the end of it. But I'm going to have you sign saying that you do refuse. Is that the case? You do refuse, or would you...
I mean, if you think you're going to go easier on me if I agree...
I'm not going easier on you. I'm just explaining the law to you. You do qualify as an individual that I have to obtain a search warrant if you refuse. It is your right to refuse, and I'm explaining to you the consequences if you choose to refuse. So do you refuse to provide a blood sample?
I refuse.
Okay.
But if we get down there and it's a hard stick...
Nope, you can't go back now. I've checked it. You've refused, so you've refused. I have to obtain a search warrant, and you are getting your blood drawn, okay? Go ahead and step out. I need you to sign this saying that you refused. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't fall. Calm down now. Come over here towards the front of my hood. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left.
All right. Hold that.
My doctor literally said you can't do it.
Actually, you said you're left-handed, right?
Yes.
All right. I have checked the box for you stating that you refuse. All right. No, hold on now. You are going to need to sign and date right here. Alrighty. Go ahead and leave.
I hope you guys have at least figured out that I'm not trying to fight you.
I don't think that you are in any sort of way. You're not being charged with resisting. We're not at any point like that. This has been a cordial interaction, but this is what we got to do, okay? So while he's doing that, I am going to explain to you that you are meeting the requirements for me to receive a blood sample from you, okay? So I'm going to be writing a search warrant while you are transported to the facility. Well, you know what? No, we're going to go to UT. We're going to go to we're going to go somewhere, okay? We're either going to go to UT or we're going to go to the jail. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out after I get my search warrant signed, and you're going to provide a blood sample, okay? All right? Let's see how much I... Alright, I checked these two boxes saying the law requires me to obtain blood or breath sample. It's going to be blood, and the reason is because you have a prior conviction of DUI. You are going to be providing blood because we do not have breath testing. Okay? Hold on to this.
So, I just would like to ask you, is this a felony? Is this a...
Yeah, you'll be in it for the felony. Can you scoot that over to me, bro? Huh? Nah, I'm not very smart, so I have to read it myself.
Is there any opportunity? I know you are the cop, so you're not an attorney, but just me looking forward to what this is gonna turn out as. If I hire an attorney, are there ever any incidences when the attorney can like reduce it to a
I cannot provide legal
misdemeanor?
age. No, you're not going to get a misdemeanor for this.
Pardon?
You're not going to be getting a misdemeanor for this, ma'am. You've had a DUI in Georgia and 2 in the state of Tennessee, and they're all 3 convicted.
I understand.
So if you're convicted, yes, it will be a felony in this state.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, we are going to get to driving here in just a minute. Hop in the back of my car. I got you. Okay. Watch your foot. Well, guys, my night's over. I will see y'all tomorrow. She refused. I have to get a search warrant. It actually says, if you read it, I'm required to. And for whatever reason, we've decided that we have to consult and wake up a DA before we send a search warrant over to the magistrate. But I think I'm going to take my chances and send it straight over.
I would actually do it to the DA because they will go in there and make sure everything's squared away, and then after that, the magistrate has nothing to do but sign it.
Okay.
It really is, and they've always been great whenever I've had to wake them up. Especially if it's Eshball or Ishball, whatever.
Where do I even find that on call?
It should be. It's always been on the intranet, and dispatch should have it.
And it's just the DA, or is there a particular one?
It's the on-call DA.
Okay.
You want to meet the wagon at the building? So you
I gotta take her. I gotta take her to the building, then I've got to take her to the jail because I've got to witness the blood draw. Last time I did this, it took me 3.5 hours.
No.
Start to finish. Sure did.
It should not take you that long.
Well, it took me about...
Do you have the template?
Huh?
Do you have the template? if you have the template, fill out the template, get it all squared away,
And then call
and
them.
then you actually you can call the magistrate and ask for the DA on call, and they'll give it to you too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So call them, say, you know, wake them up, tell them what you got. Say, I've already got my template filled out. They'll email it to them. It'll be done. They'll send it back, and it should not take 3 hours to do it.
Well, my problem last time is I couldn't get the DA on the phone for like an hour and a half. So, but it's not that late, so surely to God. It's a search warrant template, but it's framed as a DUI. So I'm just gonna pull right here. Do you guys mind hanging out for this tow truck and stuff?
Whenever you're ready and you got to go down to either the wagon will go down there and sit with you, or I'll go down there and sit with her while you're doing it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to witness it, so I don't want to get myself up here.
I'm gonna pull right through there, Dale.
I know you hate having to talk to people like me.
I don't hate you. Why would you say that?
Well, you hate our questions and stuff like that.
I don't hate that at all. It's my job to explain to you what's happening to you.
So, from the time that
As long as you're being respectful, I'll answer as many questions as I can, okay?
Okay, I'm trying to be respectful. So, from the time that I get to the station, will I be able to receive the number off of my phone?
They wrote it down and put it in your bag.
Okay, will I be able to get the number in my bag to call my friend to have him bail me out?
Yeah, they'll square you away with all that. It's not gonna be a problem.
Okay, so I should, using his help, be able to bail myself out.
Yeah.
So I guess then what I'm hoping for is within the next like few hours, my friend will be able to get me out of this custody.
Baker 17-176. Code 3 car to car. Hey man, just meet me down there at the city county building in front where the magistrate's office is. You're not going to be transporting this person, but I will need somebody to sit with her while I go in to get my search warrant signed. If you get called off, we'll get something figured out, but just meet me down there.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm writing a search warrant for your blood.
Okay. Know that this is going to matter in a court of law in any shape or form. We're just between you and I to kind of like understand. I left Georgia because I came from a family member which was very, very, very judgment of me. When I made mistakes, they made me feel really bad about myself. So I came to Tennessee. I got a few other boyfriends. I started to feel better about myself, and I've been in the process of trying to turn my relationship around. You may not want to answer this question for me, but it can't hurt for me to ask it of you. Like, could I bail out of jail tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I've told you that. Yes.
For 26. The alarm company's been notified. Just call us back if we're able to reach the key holder. You're welcome. Yeah.
Any jobs.
Ma'am, you have a problem with alcohol, okay? You need to get that under check. You need to get that under control.
I have a problem with alcohol.
Oh yeah. Your age, having as many DUIs as you have a problem with alcohol.
Well,
Or whatever else you're using.
yeah, it's not really alcohol.
What is it?
It's anti-anxiety.
So you're abusing pills?
It's benzos.
Benzos?
I just hope you see that I'm wrong. When you get a felony, how long does that stay?
Forever.
How long before it can be expunged?
It can't.
Do you hate me?
No.
If I tell you the truth, would you be somewhat inclined to believe me?
Sure.
Hope I'm not like one of those girls that you like pick up that you really feel like they're not telling you the truth. Because I know that hurts them more than it does help them.
No, ma'am. You are totally fine. Don't worry about it. Okay?
Really get out tonight or Saturday. Are we stuck?
Yep, we're waiting on the DA to call us back. And it's not their decision, it's just part of our procedure. Ma'am, you're going to be bailed out tonight, okay? But you are going to jail, alright? So just chill. We got to go through the process, okay? Relax. Do you need some air back there?
I'd like it.
Oh, your window's already down over there, ain't it? There you go. There you go.
Caitlin J. DeWitt. Right. Odor of alcoholic beverage?
I'm sorry?
Was there an odor of alcoholic beverage?
No, there wasn't. And in fact, while we've been sitting here, she told me that it's not alcohol. She's abusing benzos. So that's why I didn't put in alcohol.
So, during the horizontal gauge nystagmus test, did she show any signs?
She did. She has a lazy eye, so at least that's what she states. So, but she did have nystagmus in all phases besides vertical nystagmus.
So how many clues?
It'd have been 4.
So I'm going to read this back to you.
All right.
On August 18th, 2022, August 17th, correct?
Correct. It was right before midnight.
August 17th, 2022, at approximately 23:50 hours, your client observed a 2018 silver Honda Civic stop at a green light partially in the intersection of Lovell Road and Kingston Pike. The vehicle only proceeded through the intersection, heading westbound on Kingston Pike after the light changed to red. Your client observed the vehicle nearly strike the curb and they conducted a traffic stop to investigate if the operator was intoxicated. The client made contact with the driver of the vehicle of the suspect. Suspect admitted to your client she had multiple DUI convictions, 2 in the state of Tennessee, 1 in the state of Georgia. The suspect was ordered to step out of the vehicle. She was unsteady on her feet, and her speech was slurred. A records check revealed that the suspect did, in fact, have 2 DUI convictions in the state of Tennessee. The suspect performed standardized field sobriety tests and performed poorly on the same. And then I put the clues that we discussed. During the horizontal gauge nystagmus, the suspect displayed 4 out of 6 indicators of impairment. Nystagmus prior to onset of 45 degrees and sustained nystagmus at maximum deviation in both eyes. During the walk and turn, the suspect displayed 5 out of 7 indicators of impairment, failed to maintain instructional stance, stepped off line, took an incorrect number of steps, and made an improper turn. During the one-leg stand, the suspect displayed 2 out of 4 clues, swayed and put her foot down. At that time, your client placed under arrest, refused to provide. Later, prior to the swearing of this affidavit, the suspect admitted to your client that she abuses benzodiazepines. Did she admit to taking one tonight?
She just said that her issue is not alcohol, it's benzos.
Does that sound good to you?
Yes, sir, it does.
All right. I will finish up a couple more pieces of this, and I will send this to you and to the magistrate and to the DUI unit here in about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right, I'll start heading down towards the magistrate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, and stay safe.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. We're on the road. We are going down to the city-county building first. I'm going to pick up the paperwork for our search warrant for your blood because you refused to provide a sample. Then we're going from there.
Provide a sample? Can we skip getting?
No, man, we're way past that, okay? I'm sorry. You can't just recant your statement after I just spent an hour going through the process writing a search warrant for your convenience, okay? So we're going from there. We're going down to the facility, the detention facility, and there you'll go into the Sally Port. The Sally Port intake. They will. Yes, the Sally Port. It's intake. They will take your blood from your arm or however they gotta get it, and they will. Then you'll be in custody. Okay.
And at what point will you give me the number?
It's in your bag, man. That's between you and them when you get there. Baker 17. 10:15, one female to the city county building. Starting mileage 96.72.6.
I guess. Like, when I get down there,
It's not going to be quick, ma'am. You're not going to get home till mid tomorrow, okay?
I'm not going to get home until midnight tomorrow.
No, midday tomorrow probably. Unless they deny your bond. If they deny your bond, then you won't go home till after your court date. Just get comfortable. You ain't going anywhere anytime soon, okay? It got towed to Sutherland Avenue Towing. It got towed to Sutherland Avenue Towing. Baker 17.
Baker 17.
1097 City County Building. Ending mileage 96.74.0.
What do you say?
I do the cholesterol. Is there any chance that, like, when I get into the facility, they'll tell me I am eligible for?
That's after your arraignment. After your arraignment, they'll explain to you.
And that'll be tomorrow.
No, well, it's probably around 7 a.m. if I had to make a guess.
We're getting 1060 threads at 61 South Line, 1561 South from Missoula. We're both insured by Katie Barnes, 39-year-old female. She claimed that she has been trying to gain Chivas, does have access to the fish to pay.
This is such a mess. Did you have to get search warrant?
Yeah, but it's like, why do I have to wait so long to talk to a DA? I'm going to put her with you, that way you can keep an eye on your person in the back.
Yeah.
And then we'll just all go over there. Come on over here. She was like, no, and she's like, well, yes, for time's sake. The thing is, once they refuse, you don't want to make it look like you're coercing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once she knew that we were getting a search warrant, she's like, no, I don't want to refuse. It's like, nah, we're past that now.
Sit right here.
He's going to change out your cuffs.
Okay. That's right.
Oh, we're out here getting search warrants. Oh yeah, getting to go through all the good stuff tonight. Thanks, buddy. What's your social, man? This is our 4th DUI.
Jesus.
Yep.
Alright. No.
You know what she said? She said, if it's any consolation, I moved up here because my family judged me because of the DUIs. And I'm like, well. She just tried to get in the driver's seat. Did you see that?
Yeah. Leave this nice young woman alone, right? Yeah. You want to have a seat? Or step up? I got you. I'm not going to let you fall. Watch your head.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're good.
Have a seat right there. There you go.
Not alcohol. Purely benzos. Is that Michael Jackson in the back seat?
No. He is fucked up.
Fucked up, dude.
I was not expecting that.
And it was the worst DUI watching. I was like, she's gonna wreck before I can even get her pulled over. It was bad. I'll be back as quick as I can, okay? Hey man, do me a favor. Do not let me let you leave without putting this in her implied consent form in her property, please.
Okay.
Tell me her.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. Hey, what's going on?
Alright, let's step up. Watch your head.
Careful. Alright, man, I'll be back. This? That's a copy of your search warrant. Have you returned these in? Okay. Okay, I think we're good.
Stay with it.
Those are the I've got.
Why did they take that?
I have no idea.
I've never seen that take that long ever in my life.
And I'm 10-6. I'll see ya.